Somebody told me that they'd like me to talk a little more about some of the other things in the house, that as they looked at the pottery collection or have watched other videos, they've seen some things in the background that they'd like to know more about. So I'm happy to do that. I want to share with you tonight one of the most precious things I have, a particular painting that a friend did back when I was in the seminary. He was actually the art teacher at Conception. He was one of the monks. And during our class, he would often walk around and give us some advice about what we were doing, but he would also do some work himself. And he was a painter. And he did this painting while we were in class one year. And I kept telling him how much I loved it. So at graduation, he actually surprised me with this painting. There's just something about this that I dearly love. You may not be able to see it as clearly as I hope. There you go. Coloring shows up a little better without the glare of the lights. It's an abstract painting, obviously, but I love the palette, first of all. I love that ochre color, that gold color. I love that sienna color, that hill there. I love that figure in the middle. And what I love are all the pathways that are part of this painting. I love that it really does seem to be about choices. And he told us as he was doing it that it was a story about Saint Benedict going out into the desert. And as he was there, he decided to throw himself into a thorn bush to purge himself of desire. I thought this painting was just a good expression of the paths we all struggle with in our lives, how we all face turning points and forks in the road and times of decisions. And in some ways, there is a solitude to those moments in our lives, a solitude that requires that we be able to look deep within and listen deep within and try to discern what that deep voice of truth is telling us and calling us to do and to be. This painting really represents a time in my own life when I was trying to make a lot of decisions and choices and trying to come to terms with what God was calling me to do. So I really cherish this painting. This Benedictine monk has since died, and this stands as such a great legacy of his impact on me. He was a wise person, a very generous person, and he always seemed to know the right thing to say that was really helpful. And I look at this painting now and I think there are new paths, new roads, new choices. Some of them are so exciting and wonderful, and some of them are pretty daunting. But this painting reminds me of all the choices I've already been able to make by the gift of the Spirit, and how God will continue to provide that Spirit and so many good people on this journey of life.